This is CWTFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie MaSheen. This is another installment of Choose What the Future Brings, man. Always sponsored by Details Call Audio and Auto Detailing right on 138. That's 925 Turnpike Street in Canton, Mass. For all your car accessory needs. Window tinting, remote starters, car radios, truck accessories, motorcycle accessories, all of the above. Anything that's pertaining to cars. If we can't do what you need, we'll refer you to the right people who can. Just run up in there, let them know that Charlie sent you, and we'll lace you up. I'll give you the homeboy discount, not the family discount, but the homeboy discount. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference.
There's levels. You know what I mean? Today, man, we got a guest that, I've been following for years, man. This guy is basically a staple within our city of Boston. I've been hearing this guy's voice before I even knew what he looked like. This is my man. Everybody put your hands together, give your undivided attention to my man, Money Mav, man. How you doing, baby?
Yeah. It's good to be here, you know what I'm saying, among the legends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? You definitely a legend, man. You know what I'm saying? And you've been doing your thing in the city for a while, man. So I'm happy that, we got a chance to, sit down and chop it again. Yeah. Actually, you know what I mean?
Right.
Since the last podcast that I had, now we on a new platform and
new levels.
We here, man. New vibes, new things.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. So, wait, before you know what I'm saying? Like we get into your questions for me, I had to ask, like, so I mean, I'm definitely digging the whole acronym and stuff like that. So what brought about the changes that we're seeing with with your podcasting and stuff?
My man Mav, you met him. He and I were working on Paula, and just life things got in the way, and then I just got impatient and I just wanted to do my own thing. That's really what it was. And what's kind of fucked up is that, like, after I had already made the decision to just do this, and I had already bought the equipment, like literally, bro, I had just ordered the equipment, and then he calls me like, "Yo, man, let's start up Paula again." I'm like, I was like, I don't know.
That's how it be sometimes, man.
But that's life, man. Yeah. That's my bro, man. And obviously I know his intentions are good, but things happen. And it is what it is, man. I mean, we hear that.
Right.
You know what I mean? CWTFB Radio. I mean, the thing is, I always wanted to do something with those 5 letters. You know what I mean? Because that's what I was doing prior. You know what I mean? When I was rapping, the C-Dub, like the C-Dub was Concealed Weapons Productions. The label that I was a part of. You had TFB, which was me and my guys, my street team. So we had ended up putting it all together. I created the acronym. Boom, boom, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's nice. I heard when I saw it, you know what I'm saying, because I had to do a little research and look on the gram. I was like, oh, that's hard. That's hard right there.
Good look, man. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Man. But what's up with you, man? What's good, man? Like,
man, I'm out here. I'm out here trying to stay corona free in these streets.
Yeah.
I got my little mask. I actually really just started wearing the mask like the other day.
Yeah.
When they, said like, okay,
mandated it basically.
Yeah. I mean, up until that point, it was just like, yeah, all right, man.
What's funny about the whole mask situation, man? Me and my wife keep getting into it because, like, she's like, like I'm leaving the crib, like I go to a hardware store or you know what I mean, like just now I went to go get like some Tito's or whatever from the liquor store.
Yeah.
She's like passing me the mask and I'm like, damn, like I don't really want to wear that shit.
Yeah.
And I get it. You know what I mean? I understand why people should wear the mask, but I don't think it's necessary unless you're like really in a congested area with a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, you got to know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're just gonna be like out walking, I didn't necessarily see the need to do that. To have one on, but I live in Chelsea. And if you know Market
yeah.
Basket in Chelsea, bruh, nah, like even on a regular, like you know what I'm saying, on a regular day, like nah, you can't. You definitely gonna be within 6 feet of somebody.
You know what's funny about Chelsea, man? Like
Yeah.
I seen Marty Walsh post something on Twitter today.
Yeah.
And it was like a demonstration of somebody folding up a bandana and making a mask.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they made that shit for the Chelsea residents, dog, because they know all them gangbangers be out there.
That's messed up, but true.
And I'm like, yo, that's so funny because I heard Chelsea's like one of the parts of the city that's getting hit the hardest, if not the hardest.
Right, and that was exactly that. At that point, that's when I started rocking the mask. I was like, oh shoot, it's hitting a little bit too close to home.
Yeah, man, this shit's crazy, man. Like my man just lost his aunt and his cousin in the same day from this shit.
God.
Lee Boy, you know Lee Boy, right? Rapper, Smoke Bulger's brother.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Whoa,
I just saw him posting on Facebook earlier today, and I was like, God damn, like,
wow,
that shit is scary, bro.
That's crazy.
I like the other day I found out from my my cousin that she has it and her mom has it.
What?
You know what I mean? And they're both nurses. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So they might have just, I don't really know. I didn't really get into it and be like, well, how'd you get it or whatever. But I'm assuming, given circumstances, that, just being at work and being around, COVID patients or whatever the case may be, you touching stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It sucks, bro. But,
that's crazy. And shouts out to everybody, like they say on the front lines and all the the doctors, the nurses, because it's like at times like this, it's like they're all we got, and man, they really putting it on the line. Like every single day they show up, it's like there's a risk, there's a chance,
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man. That is good. So how are you moving around in Chelsea? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in your case, the mask is Mando. You know what I mean? I'm you ain't got like a fucking respirator mask.
I'm not. To truth be told, I'm not leaving the house very much. Like I'll go out to like walk and like get a workout in, but if I'm going, I mean, I'm hitting grocery store every now and again. But other than that, nope.
Yeah. Nope. I think it's so crazy, man, because like I've been like like starting this month, I was like, you know what? It's like all this time on my hands. I'm gonna just start waking up and going to run and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see the amount of people who are actually doing that right now.
Yeah.
Like while I'm running, I see other people jogging and shit. And I'm like, wow, people walking their dogs. Like I remember before, I'm like, dog, like I used to wake up and go running before work. I ain't never seen nobody.
Right. And now what happens, everybody want to be an athlete. Right.
Everybody got their dog, old people, young people, all of that, man.
Yeah.
But, all in all, man, I just hope everybody's safe and we get over this thing sooner than later, because it's putting a damp on everybody's lifestyle, man.
Bruh, you know how many gigs I didn't,
I can imagine,
either lost out on or just like postponed, but we'll see how long it lasts. So, ain't no telling if they ever gonna, happen. So
I can only imagine, man. But other than that, man, I mean, what's been new with you, man? Because I know you just went through a big change by leaving, the station you was with for a very long time.
Like 15 years.
Like I was about to say like decade plus. So what's that looking like? Life after? You know what I mean?
It's just, man, sometimes when it's time, it's just time, and I feel like I've definitely like cemented, like my spot in, for the culture and like, what I'm saying, what it means to be a real like Bostonian. So it's like, moving forward, like after, being on the radio for so long, it's just like, it's a couple of things. Like one, it's like, you gotta take a second and think like, like we've accomplished so much like in said time that it's like you kind of like reflect on that. Right. Like, wow, man, we did some really dope stuff. But then you also got to look forward and be like, okay, so, man, like the last 15 years was dope. what are we gonna do to make this next leg of the journey even hotter, even better? So with that, like, you know, I've been going full tilt with my music, like heavy.
I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that.
So the work is being put in, and it's sounding better than ever. Yeah, I got my new records out right now. Empty Kisses.
Yes.
Yeah. That's been getting some really good reviews.
Yeah, I like the record, man.
Thank you.
When are you dropping the video, man? I know you about to do some real elegant shit for the video.
Yeah, you know how we do it. You gotta come correct with this one too. But yeah, it'll be out in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Yeah, so is it April? Shit. The day, that's the other thing. It's hard to keep track of the days now.
Yo, bro. It's like, is today Wednesday? Is today Tuesday? What is today, actually?
It is Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it like, oh, shit.
I know. Yeah, so in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be out here with the video. Yeah, shout out to my boy director Dre who shot it.
I was about to ask who directed it.
Yeah. So the homie Dre, he killed it. Yeah, shout out.
He's done videos for you before, right?
Yeah. He came through the Pharrell joint.
Right.
Pharrell video. Yeah, he showed out in that. Yeah, that was
dope. I remember you was telling me about the Pharrell joint the last time.
Okay.
I interviewed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that was like around this time last year, probably.
Right? Yeah.
You was talking about the record. It hadn't came out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then that was a big record for you, right?
Thank you. Definitely.
Yeah.
That was man. We touched a lot of different audiences with that, and it was good because they're like, every time, like, I don't know, for me, I don't know what it's like for other artists, but like every time I see somebody like in a different state or a different country that's like, yo, rock, like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of talk that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come out with something, and I mean, because you got to understand, like, the position that I'm in. It's like, okay, if somebody from Boston likes it, that's great, love it. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever take that for granted.
And inherently, it's almost like they're gonna like it just off the straight.
Because you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know me, you know what I stand for, and like a lot of people, you know, want to see the kid win. But when you get that OT love too, it hits a little bit differently because you're like, okay, you got no reason to rock with me, so it must be good. You know?
Real shit, man.
So yeah,
that's what's up, man. So run through the creative process of Empty Kisses, man. Like, what was the inspiration behind that record?
Yeah, so I mean, you don't got a lot of rappers talking about their divorce, but that was definitely the inspiration behind this record. I was like, I literally wrote it on my bedroom floor, just, you know, going through it. Your man's was going through it, Charlie.
You just fucking wet face and all. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Low key, yo, you know what's funny? I didn't cry once in that whole process.
You're sad.
You might say that, but it's like, yo, maybe I think that was God kind of showing me something that, like, yo, the situation wasn't you. That wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? From the jump. I feel like I've gone through, like, other stuff, and, you know what I'm saying, I shed a couple of tears. This not once. Because I mean, because and the song explains that, because I didn't have anything to be sad about. I feel like if I messed up, I probably would have felt sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was my fault, I would have been like, oh man, you know, you messed this one up. But I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, so I was just like, hey, you know.
So how long were you married for?
It was 2 years. It was
2
like,
years. And how long were y'all together for altogether?
Yeah, so that was like 7 years. That was the kicker, because it was like, that's a good percentage of your life. That's time in.
7 years is a long time to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And so, I mean, I don't really want to get all up in your mix, you know what I'm saying, but like, you know, I asked, like,
right.
What happened, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's, man, all right. So initially it was just like I think it's kind of like I mean, I'm not trying to put her all the way out there, but said ex had a nervous breakdown, like basically had a breakdown one day. And it was just like, from that point on, I was like, yo, it's like, she changed, like literally changed. And I'm not used to that. It's like, I'm a lot of things, but I'm very consistent. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily deal well with inconsistency, and like the whole like behavior, like attitude towards me changed. Like this is like, I don't know if other people were involved, like influenced in that, or if it was
usually
just
what it is, bro. I mean, I don't know her. I don't want to speak on that. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, 9 times out of 10, man. I mean, like, outside influences, and shit like that. You know what I mean?
True. And I think, you know what, too? Like, she was like into like politics, so she got a new job, and I think she was kind of, like smelling herself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of influenced whatever. But
she's into politics, like like
was, I don't know what she's doing now, but at the time, that was it.
All right.
What happened?
You didn't have no kids together?
No, thank God.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like,
that could have been.
The child is involved.
It
makes things ugly.
I know.
Especially when it's a weird breakup. You know what I mean? Like when it's a weird split, like it is, and it wasn't like, was it like infidelity involved and shit like that?
I think at the point when we like were separated, like. Yeah, so I got to a point where I was like, okay, what's up? Like, are we trying to work this out or not? Right. Then I found out there was somebody else involved, and then I was like, oh, I'm out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I wanted to get the divorce. When I found out there was another, third party involved, that's when I was like, okay, like, he's lost.
It wasn't a woman, was it? Like, you know what I mean? Because like, when you get cheated on by another woman, that's just crazy.
No, it wasn't.
Because you can't compete with that.
It's it's different parts. You can't even. You're not even equipped. You're not even equipped for that.
Oh man, so shit. I mean, so how do you feel like that changed things for you? Like, creatively.
Yeah. Man, I was, to be honest, like I was on some like really like wholesome, like Mr. Nice Guy stuff before that. And it just kind of like soured me towards that. I was like, yo, man. I mean, I was like, yo, this is really not fair when you think about it. But it's like the saying goes, that's life, man. And you just gotta, roll with the punches. And if
better to have loved and lost and never to have loved at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Hey, you real like not like showing your Jamaican side. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you was like a real Jamaican,
that shot's bomba clap. Yeah. What's it been dead? No,
what's it clot now, Blake? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, listen. At the end of the day, things happen for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? How did you feel like from that situation? Anything positive came out of it?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of funny. Like in life, just a lot of wins started happening after that. After I was out the situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it be just like, I had, I don't know, a new contract, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of just a better, like more performances were coming my way. You know what I'm saying? Like more shows, I was getting more traction with the music and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a weight, you know what I'm saying, being like lifted off my shoulders. And
so
like,
when was that finalized? Like when was the?
That was back in 2012 was when it happened. 2012 was like when we first got married, and then 2014 was like it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
so it's not new shit.
No, I've had some time. That's why, you know what I'm saying.
I was about like, yeah, bro, I seen you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A couple months ago, and shit.
But I didn't. No. Yeah, it was a while ago. But we were young, and it is what it is.
Okay. Well, shit. But it's dope that you can talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of people wouldn't want to talk about a situation like that in their life. That's a dark moment. Like, nobody gets married with the intention to get divorced.
Right. I would like to hope not.
You know what I'm
But
saying? You know, and divorce is big business in America. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that I always thought to myself, like, that's the last thing that I want to do is get divorced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, the way that my parents talked about it, because they got divorced, it was like, actually, no. Now that I'm saying, they never fucking did this shit. They was too cheap. They didn't want to pay for it.
Oh man.
And then that was that.
It's just a mutual separation.
I remember, actually, now that I think about it, I remember my mom filed the divorce papers, and my dad was like, I ain't signing that shit. I ain't trying to pay no lawyer fees and none of that shit.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, fuck that. He was like, bro, I don't plan on getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Like, my parents were in their late 30s when they got married.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My mom was 39, maybe 40. And my dad's a year or two younger than my mom. So, yeah, I mean, you do the math, like, you know, like
yeah. At that point, it's like,
right. Like when they split, I was 3 years old. So that was probably like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years of them being together.
Okay.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, when you're in your 40s, you're like, man, fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you in a new country, you're like, man, fuck all of that, man. I ain't paying for that shit.
Time for all this. Yeah. And it's true. Like, yo, you could, I mean, a lot of dudes, the saying is real. Like, it's cheaper to keep her, I guess, for, you know. That's why, honestly, really, thank God we did not have kids. Or like, you know, and the other thing was I bought the crib, like, on my own. Like, Dolo, it was mine. There was nothing she could take claim for.
There was no fucking...
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like, oh, shit, that was...
Uber? Fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and she still took some stuff that was like mine.
Yeah,
I was like,
you just gotta charge that to the game, bro.
Just go ahead, all right, whatever, just get out.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, well, fuck it, dude. So has she heard the record?
I would not know. I don't
so
know.
you don't speak at all, like, y'all.
No, there's
like,
no
it ain't
contact.
Like my ex is like a distant friend type shit.
Nah. But I heard actually that she moved out of state. So that's one of the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but you might have to move out of state because you're gonna turn on the TV. You're gonna look on the gram. Every time you look around you, bitch, there I am. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Damn. Well, shit, man. I'm glad you got out of that situation, and I'm glad that you could use that.
Yeah.
To fuel a big record. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Because when you hear records like that, you can tell that it comes from a real place, right?
Yeah.
You know, it comes from pain. It comes from a weird place. I don't know if I want to say dark place.
Yeah, it was dark. It was dark. Like, you know, definitely there were definitely some, you know, some deep feelings involved. So, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, I felt, you know, some type of way about the whole situation and how it went down. But man, if this is the one thing that came out of it, you know what I'm saying, then so be it. Because it's, to me, is a beautiful song. And I would hope everybody would hear it and, you know, find some type of inspiration in it.
Yeah, all right, well, that's what's up, man. That's good shit. So the video coming out in 2 weeks, man. I'm gonna definitely be checking out for that.
Yeah.
You know, tag me, dog. I got you.
I got you for sure. Yo, we gotta get that Charlie MaSheen cameo in one of these next joints.
I'm hip, bro. I'm hip. Like,
you were supposed to come through for Pharrell. No bullshit.
I was supposed to be there, but life happens.
I know.
I couldn't even make it. You know
we'll get you in the next one, though.
About that, but you know, it is what it is, man.
See, and the weird thing is now too, I got so many like summer sounding records, and it's like, yo, is summer canceled or not?
Summer's
like,
canceled. Summer's canceled.
Oh man,
you know why summer's canceled, bro? Because I drove by a fucking house today and I heard mad music coming out of it and mad cars parked outside.
Yeah,
that's why something's canceled, because these motherfuckers don't know how to just stay their ass home. Like, why is there mad cars out here, bro?
Yeah,
like, it wasn't even like it was apartment building type shit. Like, it was like, you know, like a 2-family crib.
Wow.
I'm like, there's no way that all these cars belong to this one fucking house.
Yeah. Dak Prescott throwing parties out here.
Ain't no Asians in here, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, there be mad niggas in one crib.
That's real life. I can't even.
It's just like, come on, bro. Like, my shorty's telling me, you know, she got some people that she follows on Snap that this one chick was throwing a fucking hotel party.
Nah.
All this extra shit. And it's just more like, why are we doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why are we doing that? Like, this is it's gonna just hold everything back. Like, it's gonna literally stretch the efforts to get this thing done and over with.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like by the time that people really start realizing that this shit's real, well, we might have a fucking vaccine for this shit. You know,
yeah.
They might fuck around and just find a vaccine. Because what's his name? Wasn't Trump talking about that there was some medicines that they're experimenting with and things of that nature?
Yo, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about medicines and like
his ass a lot.
Right. The one thing that really caught my attention there was like, that's really messed up. I heard some French doctors talking about running their tests for a vaccine or whatever in Africa. I'm like, no. Y'all stay away from the motherland. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no. You see, the fucked up thing is the first case of COVID-19 in Africa came from a German or Italian, like, tourist. See, these fucking Anglo-Saxons is always infiltrating.
Crazy.
And they always fucking up our shit. Because how is it that we was straight?
Like,
we was good out there. Like, wasn't nobody fucking with the, you know what I mean? Nobody had COVID.
I wasn't hearing nothing like that, yeah.
Bro, now there's cases out there. And it's still not as crazy as anywhere else in the world. It's still very low, you know, respectively, compared to the rest of the world. But
true.
It was the fucking whites that brought it over there. Just like everything else, bro. Just like every fucking thing else, bro.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
I'm thinking, like, when this is all said and done, and, like, you know, if we really, like, find out that it was some, like, big conspiracy and, like, to get people out of here, like, somebody's gonna have hell to pay, man.
I mean, even if there is a conspiracy, the reason why it's a conspiracy is that we'll never fucking know. And you know, I've also been seeing a lot of like European, like white people going out to the Caribbean, like because of this shit. Like they on some like, it's vacation time, it's holiday time, and it's like, oh bitch, stay your fucking ass home.
Don't go to Jamaica.
Right, you can bring that shit to all the fucking niggas. Right, fucking colonizers. That's what they do best, bro. They go to the Caribbean and they spread the fuck shit. That's what they do, bro. And it's like, yo, I was watching videos. It was like there was an influx of Europeans, white Europeans, you know, specifically, going to the Caribbean for vacation because of what happened with COVID. People are out of work.
Right.
And that was a big part of the reason why a lot of those European countries were doing the mandated like stay at home type shit. Because they was forcing it, bro. Like you saw what happened in France. You seen all those fucking numbers, like people dying left and right out there.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Because they just didn't know how to act. But neither here nor there, man. So more to you, man.
Hey,
Back to Maverick.
Gotta stay prayed up, man. At this point, that's all we can do.
That's all we can do, bro. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. So all right. So what's next for you, man? I mean, like, what is the next move from Mav?
Yeah, I mean, I can't legally. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about this, but you'll be definitely hearing me on the radio. Like, in the near future. So you know,
on another network.
Who knows? Okay. But yeah, that's the thing.
What happened, man? Like you decided to leave because I'm hearing a lot of shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing that they let you go. I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, it's what legally, I can't.
You can't even.
I can't talk about all that stuff. Just just know that it's like
You ain't there no more.
we work. It's everything worked out for the best, and we are all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, still love over there, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chuppy Chop. Shout out to E Double. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's like,
My
yo,
guy.
it's all like, it's all love. It's never, you know what I'm saying? I've never had any ill will.
And this is from me. This is not anything that Maverick said. Let me look at the camera right now. This is not anything that Maverick has said or anything.
Yeah.
But and which is a good look for them. That they're under the iHeartRadio conglomerate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel since then a lot of things changed, right? Like as far as the
landscape of like,
right,
just
like
how information is received, and how
it's regurgitated, like how it's sent out to the masses. It just got really like just fucking like white America, you know what I'm saying? Like it's with the exception of the launch pad, you know what I'm saying? E Double, Chuppy Chub, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like even the morning show, that shit's trash, bro. That shit fucking sucks.
Hell, I'll be honest, I got love for everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's a part of that. So
bring back the Breakfast Club, son.
I got love for that's the thing. I got love for the Breakfast Club too. It's like with me, I'll never have anything bad to say about any of my coworkers.
Look, you ain't saying it. I am. I'm a consumer at the end of the day.
Yeah. I will say this too. It's like I think as a people, we always have to understand our power and our value, and we have to be cognizant of the fact that we are what dictates culture. We are it. It is us. You know what I'm saying? So like never get it twisted. Like you can be spoon-fed stuff that people are telling you is hot, but if you know in your heart and your soul that it's not. You know what I'm saying? And we will always have our pulse on that. We will always be the pulse of that. So like, don't ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel like people know, and there's no like hiding it. It's just
you was too vocal, dog. You was saying shit. You was like, yo, this shit's trash, son. It was like, yo, man, what you doing?
No. Hey, I will. He's really laughing though. I mean, I'm always allow my voice to be heard. I'm not gonna, like back down. But it's like you gotta be smart about it as well.
Absolutely. Politics as usual. You know what I'm saying?
See, I like politics. I ain't never like politics.
And everything. Even
I hate
it.
I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just don't tell me you're gonna do something, do something. Right.
Show me.
Right.
Don't talk about it, man.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about this, man. Let's get back into some Boston shit, man. What do you feel like the landscape of the hip hop game is like in the city right now?
Yeah, I'm seeing definitely some more unity, which is cool. I like the fact that there's been more collaborations that I'm seeing. More shows that now can't really go out like that. But you know what I'm saying? But last summer though, there was more. You know what I'm saying? There was more shows that I went to where it was like, okay, he's here, he rocks with so and so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Like we had some like really good conversations and like, I felt, and obviously like, people like you, like being at the heart of that, you know what I'm saying? To be able to have those conversations, like, you know what I'm saying? I met Prino and been like, what up? But it was like, we didn't have the, you know what I'm saying? The like conversation, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was, you know what I'm saying? That's necessary.
to bridge the gap right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's dope. So, I mean, is there anybody that you're checking for that you feel like is like real hot in the city right now that you actually like? Okay, I see you.
I mean, I see everything. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to be like, okay, but I mean, I feel like everybody that I rock with is good. You know what I'm saying? And I like, there's, you know, I know
trash too.
I say everybody I know is good. I'm not going to, you know, speak for, you know, people that I don't know, but I know. And I give you that. But no, I've seen, okay, so I've been on here for a lot of like good music showcases with DJ Alcide.
Yeah, Alcide, shout out Alcide.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of, you know, talent in those on those platforms and stuff. So man, and you know what? I'm not gonna start naming names because I'm gonna forget somebody, and that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be like, oh, he got on there and didn't give me props. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna talk about Alcide, we gotta mention Oompa. You know what I mean?
Right.
Alcide
Right.
So shout out to Oompa. Oompa, in my opinion, is probably one of the most talented rappers that we've seen out here in a while.
Dope.
You know what I mean? Because not only can she hit you with the Roxbury bars, you know what I'm saying, she can hit you with the Miss Lauren bars too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know what I mean? She's very multifaceted. And also she's a chick. Niggas be mad.
Yeah, right. Yo, what's she's paying harder than me? Like,
bro, imagine being the toughest gangster rapper in this city. And then Oompa comes on after you on your set, and then everybody gets tight. You want to shoot her now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, but now you just gotta give her a props at that point and be like, hey, you got it, you got that. You gotta just come harder on the next go round. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can.
You're a respectful competitor. Yeah. That's the difference. Most niggas ain't like that. Niggas be mad.
I know that guy.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of those guys. You know what I mean? Like, dudes they'll hate on anything just to hate.
Yeah.
But okay, so do we have a album coming for Money Mav?
Right now, probably not. I would say there's more of a chance of me just hitting you with like a bunch of like good music, like just like, you know, on a consistent basis. You know, when the demand for an album is there, I'll gladly deliver on that. But yeah, just for now, it's like, I just feel like just throwing out like just good music as it comes to me.
Right. And I think because of you being a radio DJ and a DJ for all these years, I think you get that you don't necessarily need that album. Hey. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a demand for it, one. And also, I feel like a lot of you know, rappers from out here, they'll just keep spewing music out for no reason. Where they can put out one good record and that shit for like a good 6, 7, 8 months.
I'm saying.
Drop another one, just crack your fucking head open, and then do the same thing all over again. Whereas, you know, people just they like, you know, there's rappers who just be like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna just drop a video every week. And it's who you think's really checking for you? Where in some senses that does make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
You got some guys that think about it like, I'm gonna drop so much work that even if one of them suck, it doesn't matter. The next one, you know what I'm saying, is gonna make them forget.
See, I've always been a you know, quality over quantity guy myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I think after you get to a certain point with it, it's like, yo, anything less than this is not gonna cut it. You know, and I think for whoever's out there, it's like you gotta realize that whatever you put out might be the only representation that somebody ever sees of you.
If you put out that trash and that's the only thing they hear, and they're like, "Fuck this nigga."
You're not gonna get, and people are fickle. You're not gonna get a second chance. It's true. It's true. Like if you hear something like, do you give second chances?
Me, I do actually.
Really?
And that's the funny thing about me, man. Like I'll talk shit. I'll shit on a rapper. I'll tell him he's trash. I'll do all of this shit. But then he drops something else, and I'm like, fuck it, let me hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's me. Like, you know what I mean? But I know most people are not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 9 times out of 10, people are not gonna give you a second chance. But me, I will, just because of the love of the music. You know what I mean? Like 6ix9ine. Like I was listening to 6ix9ine records, waiting to hear something that I liked.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know people that really actually swore by this kid that was like, "Oh, he's hot," and I'm like, "He fucking sucks."
Like, why? Yeah.
Busy. Like I didn't know what he was saying.
Right.
And when he dropped that shit with Nicki, everybody thought it was crazy. And then I heard it again, and I was like, "This shit still sucks." Like even Nicki's verse sucks. Like, like as long as the video sucked, everything sucked, bro. I was just like, "Why?" This is a bad record. Like I don't like this at all. I mean, I never understood the hype behind him, but he sold a ton of fucking records, bro.
He did well. And you know, I just put up a post the other day. It was like there was a bunch of like just MCs from like the golden era, and they were all like decked out in like the USA team gear. And it was like, you know, it was like Snoop, it was like Dre, Jay, Nas and them. And it was just like, my caption was, "It's not their fault. They just didn't grow up when we did." It's not their fault, man. I mean,
and that's the thing, right? You ask a cat, say you ask a kid right now who's, I don't know, fucking 19, 20, 20, maybe even 23.
Right.
Ask him, "What's your opinion on 6ix9ine?" He'll probably be like, "That's my guy."
Oof.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, you know, we're 30 plus, so like we look at 6ix9ine and we're like, he's a gimmicky rapper. It was cute. Like, I'm glad that he had success. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we all see what happened. He was portraying this image that was not him.
Was not.
And now he's a rat.
Right.
Everybody knew he was gonna rat. Like, it wasn't even up for debate. Like, it was just more like a snitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Didn't he get out? And that's the hard part about it. It's like, yo, he's not even being fully punished for, like, you know what I'm saying, for something that goes completely against the code of.
Because he's a rat. And do I believe that he'll have some type of career with music? I still do.
I hope not.
You know why? Because the consumers now are fucking stupid, bro. The consumers are fucking
crazy
dumb,
to me, though. That's crazy to me.
It's not their fault. They just didn't grow up when we grew up.
Yeah. You just gotta chalk it up to that. You just gotta chalk it up to that.
You know what I mean? Because couldn't nobody from that era rat come out and still be the man.
What? Like,
you know what? Speaking of that, Al Poe got out this year. Like Al Poe, like fucking whatever Alvin Martinez, whatever his name is. You know, the Rico from Paid in Full. I heard niggas are showing him mad love in Harlem right now. And I'm like, that's crazy to me. Because he's from a different era.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he's not dead. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of people who probably would have had that problem with him are probably not around no more.
That too.
You know?
That too. But that's the thing. That's the difference between the eras, right? Because like, you know, obviously when he get arrested, early 90s, you know what I'm saying? He got arrested early 90s, maybe mid 90s. I don't know. I was a fucking kid when it happened.
Yeah.
But think about it from, you know, people my age who learned about those stories growing up. Yeah. And then you see the guy come home.
Yeah.
I'm not showing you no love, dog.
Yeah,
it's like you ratted on everybody. Like, everybody. I'm straight. Like, but I heard the thing is that he didn't rat on nobody from Harlem.
Well, yeah, okay. So there it is.
The market, whatever. He didn't rat on nobody from Harlem, but it's just more like, you still a rat.
Yeah.
Like, what part of the game is that?
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Anyway. Moving along.
Yeah, man.
Enough about rats, man.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you wanted to talk about that you wanted to get off your chest today, man?
Man, I'm just glad to be here. Glad to be alive. I'm there's a million different scenarios of how this is all going to turn out. You know what I'm saying, with the COVID, and I'm just I honestly think like the world is never going to be the same again. And it's like, I feel like in the history books, like when our kids, have their history books, like our kids' or whatever, they're gonna be like telling about now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you guys just gotta position yourself to be on the right side of history. You know what I'm saying? In the win column, because the winners and the survivors are the ones who get to tell the story.
Well, it's funny that you say that, right? About how history is gonna be told, because I thought that same sentiment once Trump became president, right? I thought about it like, niggas really fucked up. Like, we really elected this nigga, right? Like, because there's been celebrity presidents before. Ronald Reagan was probably the most popular one. I think he was actually the only one, right? Like before Trump, maybe one before, whatever. But the history books never really gravitated towards his celebrity status as much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he was an actor, whatever. But he was always politically inclined.
Yeah.
Whereas you got this fucking loudmouth who was the fucking Miss America, guy.
Yeah.
And then, he was always boasting and bragging about money that he couldn't prove since the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then boom, now he's president, and the most craziest shit is happening.
I mean, it's not an accident, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you look at, the situation that we're in right now, and it's like, don't think for 1 second that this is just a coincidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are like, these are the times right now, bro, that it's been talked about. Like,
my man called it the Chinese virus, right? And he continued to say that,
right,
to the point that his supporters are saying this shit now. I work with this woman, right? She's probably in her 60s. And I texted her telling her about me having a son, and she's like, congrats, whatever, woo, woo. And she ended the conversation with, God bless, stay safe, fuck China. Right? And I'm like, wow. These are the byproducts of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she wholeheartedly supports this man, bro. Like my desk is right next to her at work, so like, I'll like purposely say some dumb shit about Trump. You know what I'm saying? And she gets
well, you know what? I'm glad you're positioned where you are, though. You know what I'm saying? Because like that shit would go unchecked otherwise.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean?
All day. I'll be trying to get that lady to fucking get her blood pressure boiling every day, bro. Every fucking day. I'm like, man, fuck Trump, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I played that YG shit. Like, I had the speakers at the desk. I blasted that shit. Like, fuck Trump.
Right. That's real.
But you know what I mean? So, like you said, bro, when they talk about this shit, when we talk about it, I've been seeing a lot of memes saying that I'm gonna tell my kids that I survived the zombie apocalypse.
That's as real as it gets, man. This is the closest thing to it, and who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? If stuff could get worse, you know what I'm saying? It's not guaranteed to get better. So,
but what's happening in China right now? Right? Like, is China getting better?
I've heard where we're at, aren't we like surpassing China right now? Yeah. So,
but I heard that they took drastic measures, like they locked everybody up, like stay your asses at home.
Yeah.
And they like disinfected whole cities.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like sent out planes dropping disinfectants. They had fucking trucks spraying shit everywhere, things of that nature. So for me, I feel like, why don't we do that? You know what I mean? Like, where are we at with this?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the dudes with the belly clubs in the subway, you know, trying to, you know, keep people back and stuff like that. Yeah, it was real like that out there. And I was like, man, I was just praying. I was like, I hope it doesn't come to that, you know?
Civil rights type shit.
Yeah, it's different times. And man, I think about like we were saying earlier about the hospitals and whatnot. Just, I mean, as far as I know, I don't know if they're being like overrun at this point. But if that becomes a thing, like that could get real ugly real fast.
Well, bro, I mean, look what happened in one of those cities in China. I heard they built a hospital in like a couple weeks just to deal with the overflow of patients. And that fucking that same building that they built like fell down, it collapsed or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, and killing more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's probably the craziest shit that we've seen within our lifetime.
In our lifetime, absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Fuck Iraq, fuck Afghanistan, and not to take anything away from those things.
Yeah.
Because not everything was crazy. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit was crazy.
But
this
is
right here,
a different level of that. Yeah.
This like, you know, I'll take 9/11 again over this, like dead ass. It's crazy to say. But if you look at the lesser of two evils, which one you picking? Give me 9/11 again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, on dead dog. If you think about it, like, I'd rather somebody crash into the Sears Tower right now than for this shit to be going on. You know what I'm saying? Because we could clean that up real fast.
Right.
I mean, minimize casualties. Something like that. Now, God forbid, like, you know what I mean? No, I hope no shit like after I say that.
Nah, I mean, obviously, you know, we would never want to see any tragedies, you know, of that magnitude occur ever.
But if you have to pick and choose on what's, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. This is a worldwide issue. This is a pandemic, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we ain't never seen no pandemics, not in my lifetime.
No.
I've seen, you know, the AIDS epidemic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta fuck for that shit to happen, right?
This is just breathing. Like,
just hug somebody and catch this shit.
That's
like hug somebody you love and get sick. Ain't that fucked up?
That's crazy. That's crazy. And like, yo, as much as, you know, the internet kind of, you know, brought us, it's like it makes the world smaller, right? So we're at a place where it's like, okay, you don't have to be in California to, you know, have that conversation with somebody up there, but you're not, you know, physically, you know, able to, like, you know, touch them and feel like, yo, I don't know if I'm getting too holistic or whatever, but like, I feel like the element of, like, you know, human touch and, like, you know, just embracing somebody, giving a hug, shaking a hand, like that whole, you know, part of the human experience it's not, you know what I'm saying? It might be phased out. Imagine if it got to a point where you couldn't touch another human being.
You know what's crazy? Now that you say that, to me, it's nuts that there was such an influx of this shit in Asia because they don't touch each other. If you think about it, like Asian culture, they don't embrace each other the way that we embrace each other.
Okay.
Like I see you, we dap each other up. Boom, bang. You know what I mean? We get close.
Right.
Asians?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it moving. Huh.
Bro, even when they passing somebody something, dog, they'll just you know what I mean?
Like that. Yeah. But yo, the Asian brothers were the first ones with the mask when it wasn't even shit going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I think the cultural difference is how they deal with bodily functions.
Okay.
Asians don't really be covering their mouth and shit when they cough and sneeze.
We all been on the train. We know.
You seeing it, bro. And if I got some Asian viewers out there, I'm not trying to shoot people. It's not like, nothing like that. But from what I observed and shit of that nature, like niggas, like Asians will fuck around and, you know what I mean, do this and then try to shake your hand right after type shit. Cultural. Like, I don't think they realize that, like, yo, I'm really spreading germs right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, for me, this handshake thing is y'all thing. This is an American thing. So I'm thinking I'm being respectful by shaking your hand after I fucking blew my nose. But but that's also a very extreme example. Right? But either way, man, I just hope this shit gets over and done with, bro. I got a kid on the way, man. My son's due.
Right, yo, man, that's the other thing I've been thinking about. Like, man, I'm thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Is this a world that I want to bring a child into? Like, as it is right now, it's like, ugh, whoa.
As fucked up the world will be, man, you always want to procreate.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be. I mean, unless motherfuckers just getting clapped, like just walking out their house type shit, like, you know what I mean? I don't think there's ever a world that I wouldn't want to bring my kid into, because at the end of the day, you can protect your children from whatever it is that's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Can you though, even if you don't know what it is?
I mean, we good. So far, so good.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, it's like you don't know if it's at the tail end of it. We don't know if there's gonna be a whole nother year of it. Like,
You're right. That's a good question. You know, because I go out on walks with my daughter and things of that nature, and she's 4, man, and she's wearing a freaking mask. You know what I mean? While we're on walks, and it's weird, bro. Like, I'm looking at her.
It's weird.
Like, this is so strange that she has to wear a fucking mask for us to take a walk around the block. You know what I mean? Like, it
wasn't
weird.
like this when I was a kid, you know?
Right. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be, and I'm over here like, yo, keep your mask on. Because she's like, yo, I want to take this off. And I'm like, nah, leave it on. And I'm just like, this is so weird. Like, she's probably like, what the fuck?
You know what, too? Well, we were just talking about, people going on runs and being outside and stuff like that. I think this is giving people a whole new appreciation for being outside and being outdoors. Because we were definitely taking that shit for granted.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. I've been seeing a lot more people go on hikes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care for shit like that. I don't care. I do care, bro. I'm a city boy, bro. Man. I will never care for shit like that. I think I went on one hike my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm being dead ass.
I've been on a couple, but you know,
like I can't even front like one, and it was just to say I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Playing, it wasn't even like, I was like, what's the point of this shit? This is fucking stupid. But either way, I don't care for shit like that. But yes, do I have a different appreciation for it? Like, bro, I looked outside the other day and I realized that I could see the stars. Like, I haven't seen the stars in a little bit, right? Because less air pollution right now.
Right.
And it's weird, I heard, like
the Earth is like healing itself.
Right.
I've heard multiple instances of, like, just good Earth stuff, just happening, and it's like, man, what if we are the virus?
Wow.
Picture that. Think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, yo, the Earth is, this is a wake-up call. Mother Nature is like, nah, y'all humans got it messed up. Like, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need me.
Wow.
Think about it, bro. Think about it.
Well, shit, man. I mean, hopefully we can help each other heal all together, man.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah.
Hey, collective.
Mother Nature might give us another shot. Let's not fuck it up.
Mother Nature's sick of shit at this point. Mother Nature's, fuck these niggas, man. Let them figure it out.
Oh, shoot.
But yo, my brother, anything you want to end out with, man? Anything you want to leave the people with?
Yeah, man. Definitely. First of all, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
It's always good chopping it up with my brother. You know that.
good laughs, good times, good energy.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just in regards to like the new music that we're coming out with, definitely keep your eye on the Empty Kisses joint. Somebody's gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so just give it a listen. You know what I'm saying? And like I know somebody's gonna feel. It's gonna make you feel some type of way. And I feel like if you're a dude, right? If you're a dude, you're gonna have a different reaction than a female would. And all feedback is welcome. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hit me up at Money Mav on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And I love to have those conversations. I got a lot of new music that I'm definitely gonna be coming out with over the next few months. Hopefully we can get back outside so we can shoot some of these videos. You can see your man Charlie just stunting on these hoes.
Yeah.
But not, yeah. I mean, regardless if we can go outside or not, the music is going to be there, and that's one thing I've committed to is being more consistent with putting out projects and whatnot. So definitely look out for more music, better music, the best music I ever come out with, and definitely look out for the clothing line as well. Mav Life Clothing, yeah. So. Yeah, that's definitely. We got the Mav Life Clothing Instagram. Check that out. See if you see something you like. I got something for everybody. It's mainly athletic wear. I know people are working out more because you got more time indoors. Definitely order yourself some Mav Life Clothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? we got the juice. We got the juice. Whatever you need.
Amen.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, bro. For real. Definitely, we're gonna be checking for you, man. Empty Kisses. Make sure everybody go check that out.
Yes,
Video
sir.
coming out in 2 weeks. Mav Life Clothing. I'm gonna definitely have to go out there and, get me something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been on my shit, man. I'm trying to lose some weight, cut some bacon off my back and shit.
I hear that. I think you and me both, brother.
You know what I mean? But bro, it's always love. Anytime you want to come back here, man, you already know what time it is, man.
Definitely.
You can call me for anything, man. Anything you need me for, bro, I'm in your corner, man.
You already know, man. Likewise. Right. And yeah, man, this is how we grow. You know what I'm saying? We just,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just unity, stick together. You already know. For life, brother.
All right, brother. Love you, man. This is CWTFB Radio, man. We just had Money Mav on here, man. We signing out.
Easy.
All right, Joe.
One.
All right, baby. Take care.
My man.